I'm not saying
using
that,
your own
you
religion.
shouldn't.
Yes.
You listen, listen, man, listen.
Wait. Can I ask a question? Because I think we're gonna actually progress if I start asking questions. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Do you think your God cares about the treatment of animals?
What? Come again,
Does your
please. I'm
Does your
sorry.
God care about the treatment of the animals?
Of course, man. I said you that there is specific
No.
sorts of animals that we
I
cannot
get.
cut them.
Wait, hold on. I get it, but this is going to be the reason why I'm going to ask you specific questions is because it's very, very important. Okay. So if your God cares about the treatment of animals, then if you have the option to cause harm to the animal or not cause harm to the animal, which one's better?
Actually, I want to say something. That's good question. Imagine that we are cutting a sheep. We are sacrificing a sheep. Listen, man. It is a rule that you should cut that sheep with a sharp knife. Without, if you cut that sheep with a unsharp knife, with
I get
for
you.
example, this is a big
I
blade
know,
because you are giving.
what halal slaughter is because I talk to Muslims every single day. I talk to them every single day.
Okay, I'm gonna
So,
ask something. Is your
oh,
God
wait, Nagosh, let me, just give me 1 second.
tell the male baby chickens if the God is okay for it, because they are just baby.
I'll get to this. Just give me a second because I can cook. So when it comes to the treatment and the care, as you say, about the animals, then would you say that between the option of killing and not killing, it is preferable to not kill animals if you don't have to do it? If you don't have to kill animals, is that better?
Yeah, if you don't,
Okay.
if you don't
If-
have to kill animal, it's better. But if you
That's
should,
good.
I want to say something. According to rules,
Okay.
listen, man. If an animal, for example, a cat or a dog, if for example a wolf, it gives you so more hatch. For example, a dog, kills
The
your
frustration
chickens.
is real.
For example, you have right to kill that dog according to Islam because
Wait. I know these things. I know because I talk to Muslims every single day, man. I know. Everything you're gonna tell me, I probably know about it because I talk to people a lot. So, because you said if you don't have to kill the animal, you shouldn't, right? So if this
Yeah.
is the case, why do you kill the animals if you can eat something else?
Oh my gosh. Listen,
that
man,
makes
listen
sense.
now.
That makes sense.
That's true. Listen now. You are saying that if we can eat another thing, why we are killing animals?
For example, I want to give you a really good example, right? Let's say you have curry. You can eat the plant curry, or you can intentionally kill the chicken to have a chicken curry, even though both of the meals are just as good.
Man, I want to say something. The sacrifice to God, it's about
Fucking Jesus
to
Christ.
fill
I can't
to
do it.
fulfill the stomach of
This is
the
not the
innocent,
day.
to fulfill the stomach of the poor people. It's about this. To sacrifice a sheep, it's not about to fulfill your stomach. It's about to to share your meal with others.
Okay,
It's about this.
okay, here's a fun little question. If you can make better meals using only plants, shouldn't you do that more? Should you focus on
Man,
that maybe?
actually, if you can better, you can do this, but it's all about. I said to you, to sacrifice animals. We are bringing animals up to eat them. Actually, specific
Yeah.
sort of animal. We are, we are not going to kill a lion
beside
being
the
in the wild,
point.
to eat them.
Wait, you keep
Unless
going
This is
hold
Christ.
on, this is useless. This is useless. Because I literally ask you, if you don't have to do it, why would you do it? And I know that you do not have to do it. You do not have to sacrifice animals. So why do you sacrifice animals if there is no need to do it?
Man, it's needed actually.
Okay, what's the need?
I said to you that to share our meal.
Well, can you share your meals without killing animals?
Man, the best way to
Yes
share
or
our
no?
meal
Wait, yes or no? Yes or no? This is a waste of time. Yes or no? Can you share vegan meals? Yes or no?
Oh my
In
gosh,
your
it's not
religion,
about vegan.
you
It's
are
not
sharing
about
ashura. You
vegan.
know
Wait,
ashura.
Man, listen, man.
It's
It's
wait,
not
wait, wait,
your
wait,
about.
wait.
vegan
Cyril,
meal
Cyril, hold
to
on,
eat.
hold on. I need to
So it's
pinpoint this.
possible.
If you're gonna have a vegan meal, like vegan pizza, can you share your vegan pizza? Yes or no?
Oh my god. Actually, man, I want to say something. This comes from the
So
ancient
wait,
times.
okay,
At that
you're
time, there was
wasting
not.
time. I'm gonna ask you.
This
I'm
is
gonna
not
give you
wasting.
3 more chances, and then I'm gonna kick you. If you're gonna have a vegan meal, can you share it?
Of course, we can share it, but
Okay,
we are
amazing.
preferred to share we are preferred to share animals we have sacrificed them.
So you prefer to kill and abuse animals, even though there
Man,
are other.
we are not. Listen, man, we are, your mindset are completely different. I'm not talking about your mindset. Is according to Islam, it is such. Do you know the prophet of the Ibrahim?
Okay, this is gonna be a waste of time. Just real quick,
You
I
know,
want to address
actually,
this. When I asked you if you have the option not to kill the animal, should you kill the animal? First you said no, and now you said yes. Now you're agreeing to. Now you're saying it is okay to harm animals for pleasure. That's literally what you're saying
No,
right
no,
now.
no. We are not doing it for pleasure, man. Actually,
Okay, why do you
no,
eat
not for
animals?
pleasure.
Why do you eat animals if not for pleasure?
Man, it's needed, man, to fill our
You
stomach.
you
Can
literally.
I ask something?
Hold on, hold on.
Fill our
We're getting to 2 points. You're literally contradicted yourself, and you're already saying you're doing it for optional reasons. So you're literally going against your own position. That's all. Yes. Is there anyone else who wants to address what I said? Because all I'm saying is the person said it's wrong to harm animals for pleasure, and then he said it is okay to harm animals for pleasure.
Yeah. I get your point.
Mate,
Yep.
like imagine my God says it is okay to kill you, sacrifice for a god. So am I entitled to kill you? Like what the hell is this thing? And also in your religion, I know there's a desert which is called Ashura or Ashura. You are given to people, sharing with the people. So in your religion, you already doing sharing vegan meal with the people.
Mm.
The person who said, yeah, to Falik, you have a point. Are you going vegan now?
I think the person muted themselves.
No,
So
not 903, the other person on the bottom with the sky.
I'm so
and
sorry.
stuff.
I wasn't. I'm so sorry. I wasn't there. Someone called me. So sorry for interrupting again.
It's okay. We're moving to someone else because you keep going in circles.
Yeah, 903, you're being incredibly illogical. I think you should listen more and talk less, frankly.
Shut up, man. I'm not talking about this.
No, you're being
No, let's
incredibly
move on.
illogical. Do you know why?
Let's
Oh my
move
gosh!
on.
Listen up. You shouldn't ask this question to a Muslim. Without having knowledge about Muslim.
Wait, no. We're moving on because I showed that you are contradicting
Okay.
yourself.
And contradiction
I know
means
the
being
knowledge.
illogical.
I know the knowledge. I
Man,
came
you are a
from
Christian. You are a Christian. Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian, Felak?
Stop! It's a waste of time. Well, let's talk to someone else.
No.
Let's talk to someone else.
So the person on the bottom, hold on, guys. The person on the bottom said, Felix, you have a point. I would like to hear if Felix has such a good point that you are going vegan now. Sorry, I can't read your name, but
Who? Yeah, well, let's look into it. Who said that I do have a good point in relation to the person contradicting himself?
it's a person with a blue icon, like blue sky.
Oh, the ocean. The guy.
Me. Is that me?
Yeah.
I'm vegan. Of course, I'm vegan.
Oh, okay.
You are?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because I'm referring to on the road because I'm riding motorcycle. Sorry.
He's riding a motorbike.
Felak,
Yeah,
I wanna say something, man. Listen, man.
Just real quick, go.
Are you eating meat? Are you eating meat?
No.
Oh.
Man,
I'm
so
Bruh.
You're a vegan. Listen, man. Listen, I wanna say something. Don't mute me.
Just make it quick.
I'm saying to you that without, I'm talking about we are talking about specific topic. Without having, there are, tens of there are millions of
So
people in the world.
frustrating, holy
They
shit.
have own different, they have own
Just,
different perspective, to live this life.
Oh, it's
Without
different
having the perspective, without having, without looking at to the life through their eyes, you cannot judge them.
No,
Okay.
903. Hold on. I'm gonna stop you
No,
right there.
shut
Felix
up,
asked
shut
you a
up, fucking
question.
bitch.
No,
I'm
no.
talking to this
No,
guy.
stop.
Oh my
Felix
God.
asked.
Wait,
No,
wait, wait.
903.
Wait.
Stop.
Guys, I just quickly want to say, let him talk, and then we just move on.
Okay.
Because let's just do that.
Yeah, but it's so
Just-
fucking
just-
illogical.
I know, but let him at least just say whatever he has to
Man,
say. and
I'm
we're just gonna
talking
complete
to
it.
you. Falak. I'm talking to you, buddy. I'm not talking
Yeah,
anyone.
90,
Please
90,
don't
just
interrupt.
finish off. Hold on, 90, just finish off. Just quickly, just finish off what you're saying.
Okay, you cannot judge the people without
Oh
having
my
their,
God.
without looking at the world through their eyes.
He was literally
Okay, that's all?
asking you.
So we can't judge Nazis.
you-
He wasn't judging, he was
thing is-
asking
oh,
you.
fuck. Let him finish,
You
and
was
then
born
we
in
move on.
family. You was born in family. You have a, your surround made you, to be made you be vegetarian.
This is not
Not
the day
mine.
to be calm,
90.
guys.
Hold on, just guys.
Guys,
Stop,
you can say just your personal preference.
stop. 90. Have you finished?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Now just be quiet, and we're gonna talk to someone else.
So fucking illogical.
Hello.
Go, talk to fucking, stupid people.
Oh my god.
You said you're gonna finish, and I have to mute you for that. You said you finished. I'm sorry. Anyway, next person.
He did.
I
Me,
think- Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
How do
go
we
ahead.
say your name?
Continue.
09.
It's 3. I think it's the number of the pi. I think.
Hold on. Greater than, I think. That's your name. Or 09U. That's your name.
Yeah.
But the person with the anime character. Go ahead.
The title of this VC said vegans are better. I don't really agree to it, but I love vegetables. I just love meat too. Like I eat everything in moderation.
Okay,
you
I
know-
have a question
Oh.
for you, like the challenge. I'm gonna show you the 6 minutes
Okay.
of video and let's watch it together in the stream and let's talk about it again. Is it okay for you?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. That's cool. Give me a sec. What's your native language, by the way? Maybe I can show the I can find the subtitles of
It's
that
okay.
video.
English is fine.
Is it fine? Okay, that's cool then. That's cool. Okay. Please join to my stream.
Damn it.
Okay, you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, Beretta. Sorry, I was on there.
Governments, doctors, and media have hidden the truth for long enough. Here is what they don't want you to see. In the dairy industry, cows need to be pregnant in order to produce milk. In order to collect the bull sperm to impregnate the female cow,
Let's
the
see.
farmer masturbates the cow's penis. Once the sperm has been collected, the female cow is
Hello, guys.
inserts their arm into the cow's
Hello.
penis to hold the cervix.
They're currently watching
A
a
metal
video.
rod is used to insert the sperm
can join
into the
and
cow's
have a look.
vagina. When the mother gives birth, her baby is taken from her so that the milk intended for her calf can be sold to humans. If her baby is male, he is considered a waste product in the dairy industry and is usually killed within a week. If the cow's baby is female, she will also become a dairy cow and will go through the same process as her mother year after year. When dairy cows can no longer produce milk, they are sent to the slaughterhouse to be killed. Only female chickens lay eggs, which means that when the male and female chicks hatch, the male chicks are left on the conveyor belt and are killed immediately by a macerator. This is because they are considered a waste product in the egg industry. The process is the same for all eggs, including free-range, organic, and RSPCA approved eggs. The female baby chicks are taken off the conveyor belt, where the tips of their beaks are burnt off without pain relief. The female chicks are then transported to farms where they are forced to lay hundreds of eggs in crowded and unsanitary conditions. After a year and a half, the chickens are carelessly thrown into crates and loaded onto trucks destined for the slaughterhouse. The chickens are already severely traumatized from careless handling and crowded conditions. This journey will be the first and last time they see the light of day. At the slaughterhouse, the chickens are hung upside down and lowered headfirst into a tank of electrified water in order to stun them. Shortly after, their throats will be cut by an automated blade. If chickens move their heads when they are approaching the blade, they may end up drowning in the scalding water further down the process.
Recently I had a blood test done. And I've noticed, oh shit, my diet has been so shit, I have an iron deficiency.
Holy shit, man, take a supplement.
No, they thought they got me something. I need to eat more lentils. Bro, I've been eating like fucking processed shit for so long.
In the pork
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The process begins with the farmer collecting the male pig's sperm
But,
by masturbating the boar's penis.
But no, I need to eat more lentils. I know lentils are really good.
Into the female
So
pig's
probably
vagina
that with
lentils.
potatoes.
I just
Once
eaten
the
some
mother pig
lentils
gives
with,
birth, she is
what is it
confined
called?
to a metal
Burgle?
device called a farrowing
Like
crate,
broken down
where she
with.
is unable to move or turn around to see her babies. All of her piglets will have their teeth clipped and their tails cut off with
Tofu
no
has
pain relief.
shitload of iron as
Unhealthy
well.
piglets are deemed a waste product and are
But
slapped
I don't
against
really
the
eat
concrete
tofu
wall
as
by
much, I
farmers.
guess.
This is standard practice.
I think my levels were quite low and stable,
They are sent to the
but maybe as Val said, I need to
In the pork industry,
push them up
pigs
and then
are
be
lowered
stable
into
there.
a CO2 gas chamber where they will suffocate and burn from the
Holy
inside
shit,
out.
this video is hard. Holy fuck.
Finally, they will then be hung upside
Yeah.
down and have
And I
their
have
Everyone's quiet.
a carnist, like,
In the
a
fishing
crop
industry,
deathing in
fish
my,
are thrown into ice-cold water where they can take up to 30 minutes to suffocate to death. Even though their
not
screams are
realizing
silent,
that most
it has
crop
been
deaths
scientifically proven that
are made
fish
for
can feel
animal
pain.
agriculture as well.
These
You can
practices
always
are
ask them,
animals all over the
VPM,
world.
Yeah.
Australia,
if that person is wrong, would they change?
Yeah, Capt.
USA,
Did you hear Felix? If we showed you that you're wrong, would you change?
United Kingdom,
Well, they heard you. I don't know why I repeated that.
Canada,
It's a yes or no, by the way, Cap. So the next thing coming out of you should be yes or no.
Thailand, Cambodia,
I think it's definitely going to show you if the conversation with them would be productive or not.
Spain.
If they acknowledge that they should change,
France,
then yeah, we can definitely talk about it. If no, then it's a waste of time.
Mexico.
Yeah, I know. I use that sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I just... Oh, the next thing didn't come out of you. That was a yes or no. Captain, the question is, if we showed you that you're wrong, would you change your mind? It's a simple yes or no.
The only way
It's
to
$5
end
bucks
the
on
suffering
Steam.
is to stop
Oh,
eating
that
animals,
sucks.
wearing animals, and using animals for experiments and entertainment. Scientific studies have shown that eating meat, dairy, and eggs could cause a variety
Captain,
of
you better
diseases,
have a
including
yes
heart
or no for me.
disease, diabetes, and even cancer. More than 800 scientific studies worldwide have proven that processed
not even
meats such as
listening to the
bacon,
stream.
hot dogs, and deli meats are a class 1 carcinogen, meaning that they cause cancer in humans. Even though these products are known to be harmful
Just
to our
right,
health,
Swahili.
they are readily available to children in schools and sick patients in hospitals. A plant-based diet can provide all of the essential vitamins and nutrients, including protein, iron, and calcium.
Fucking YouTube keeps deleting my fucking...
And has even been proven to reverse certain
Comments.
diseases and cancers.
The fuck is
Animal
wrong with it?
agriculture is not only responsible responsible for
Whoop.
inflicting unimaginable
May,
suffering on animals.
maybe try to write
It's the
them again.
leading cause of
I think I had this
severe
issue
injury,
before. There was a weird
ocean
error.
dead zones,
Yeah.
water pollution, and habitat destruction. It's time we change the way we view animals.
Yeah, you
To
just
see
mentioned
them as
habitat
individuals who
destruction.
are here with us,
Have you-
not for us.
I don't know, yeah, you're
From this
looking,
moment
you're
on,
listening.
you can no longer say that you didn't know.
Holy fuck. This was hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
This was very hard.
So, yeah, I would like to ask something after watching this video, you know? Like, how do you feel about humans exploiting other animals?
Oh, I feel bad for the animals, but I will still eat meat.
I feel bad, but I'm not
Okay.
gonna do anything about it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, I will eat meat because I'm still young, but I think I must switch to vegan life when I get
Okay.
older. But I don't see myself eating veggies all day long when I'm young and healthy.
Well, I'm gonna ask you something. Do you agree that we should respect other animals?
Mm, I love eating meat, so if I
That
want
wasn't a
to,
This
question.
is not the answer of my question. Just
I
tell me,
mean,
do you agree
yes,
that
yes,
we should?
yes,
Okay,
yes,
cool.
but I don't
Be
see
honest, you know,
myself.
just tell. Okay, that's cool.
Yes,
So,
yes, but
if we should
if
respect the animals, you know, if we should respect the animals according to you, you know, can you truly respect the animal if you consume their flesh, milk, and eggs?
only a few animals, I guess.
What?
I don't see them as pets. I see them as food.
Well, that's a category error. Do you know why that's a
Okay.
category error?
I don't think they understand what the category error
Okay, I
is.
can explain
I
it.
didn't get it also.
Do you know what a category error is?
Okay, please explain.
Sure, a category error is when you classify something or someone into a category that they don't belong in. And saying animals are food is a category error because food is an object and animals are not an object.
Okay,
Do you
but
understand?
but meat tastes better, so
Excuse
I
me,
don't
can you
really
acknowledge
mind.
that you understand what a category error is and that you are making one? Can you acknowledge? Yes or no?
Okay, okay, yes.
Yeah, so you're making a category error? Yes?
I guess.
That's illogical. That's like a contradiction.
Can I jump in?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. It's like saying the sky is green and then insisting that the sky is indeed green.
I don't get it now.
You don't get it.
Can I?
Yeah.
Go on, Felix.
I have a question. So if you see animals as only food, is that for all animals? Do you like when you look?
No.
Capt, I asked you a question. If you're not gonna answer my questions, I'm just gonna yeet you from the chat, right? Because you're spamming, but you're not like interacting with the creator that you are looking at, right? So you are here on my stream, you're either gonna interact with me or I'm gonna yeet you. Please acknowledge that I asked you a question and please answer it then. If you're not going to do that, I'm just going to assume that you're not looking at anybody else's comments and that you are not listening to the stream. So, I asked you a question, yes? The next thing should be yes or no. Let me ask it differently. I asked you a question. Did you see the question? Okay, well, you're just not interacting with anything, so... Listen, guys, I don't mind people asking questions, making claims in this chat, but you're gonna interact with the rest of the people in the chat. If you're not, then you can't be reasoned with. You are just here to say your shit. And to say your shit, just go on your own streams, go on your own platforms, right? But here we interact with people, we have conversations, right? So, Amy C, if we weren't meant to eat meat, why do vegans have to take so many man-made substances to keep you healthy? Well, that's not relevant. Like the animals that you eat are also substituted. Like they also get supplements, is the thing. So we both take supplements. I just take it directly. Vegans are worded, well, generally speaking, vegans are smarter than everybody else. You're just not interacting with questions. You're not interacting with a thing. I didn't say it's not relevant. I just said we're doing the same thing, Amy, but also you exploit and pay for exploitation and slaughter of animals, and I don't. Both of us take supplements. You're just doing it through an animal. The animals are fed supplements. So how can you say animals are not food? Food is defined as thing we eat that will help growth and substance. Well, animals are exploited and slaughtered for food. Animals themselves are not food. You have to put them through processes. To put it simply, a tree is not a paper cup. You have to cut down the tree and then mull it and then wash it and do all this stuff to it in order for it to become a paper cup one day. So animals are food is a category error. You can say animals are slaughtered for food. Then it's correct, right? This is just a logical thing, right? It's just like a logical semantic thing. But it also, I think most people are like, say this and truly believe it. Animals are food, which is incorrect. I'm very serious, Havik, yes. But also, I'm actually incredibly funny, but people won't know that because this place is incredibly serious. Vegans don't really need supplements if they balance that correctly. Maybe I prefer taking a multi-supplement. I think that's a good idea. I think like not having deficiencies is so important. There's just like popping one pill. It costs 10 cents a day. It's like a really good idea in my opinion, but yeah. People can just eat fortified foods and take no supplements. They should just should really prioritize certain foods, and I don't give a shit. Find me a vegan that doesn't take supplements. That's fine. Most vegans take supplements, but also you do as well, Amy. Please acknowledge what I said, that animals are fed supplements and then you eat the animals. So I didn't say that it's irrelevant. Please stop putting words in my mouth, Amy. And please acknowledge what I said, that animals are fed supplements, and I can prove this to you. And so there is no difference between you and me, Amy. Please acknowledge what I said, because you just saw what happened to people who don't acknowledge what I said. You're a moron, that's okay, but please tell me what farm you're working on, so that I can tell you what supplements your farm uses. Whom do you exploit there? Which animals? And by the way, I called you a moron because you didn't put punctuation there, and so it can be interpreted all kinds of ways. But, it's fine. I think most people are pretty smart. You can just let me know. I'm gonna go back to the thing.
Animals because you enjoy it.
Yes.
You're a fucked up person. You are a fucked up person.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
shit, we missed
I am.
some
So there you go.
stuff.
If you're non-vegan, you have to be okay with abusing animals for fun.
I
That's it.
mean,
No,
I will
she's not.
be
You're
vegan,
not
I
fucked
guess.
up.
Oh, Amy, do they not get like a mineral break? Do the animals don't get like commercial feed and mineral breaks? Meat and dairy, yeah, cows mostly. Yeah, cows get mineral breaks and commercial feed. And if you're on a special farm where that doesn't happen, I mean, I guess maybe like a 1 or 2 of those, but like all farmers say it, well, I don't, and then you find out, you give them the salt lick, and salt licks are usually like, the salt is usually like soaked in supplements and shit like that. And there's usually commercial feed. Like every single like farm article I've ever read about feed talks about don't put your animals in deficiencies, feed them supplemented feed. All of them, 100% of them. If you don't do that, it's an animal abuse at this point. But you probably do, because animals who are not deficient grow faster. So come on, Amy, be honest. Be honest about this shit, man.
Abusing animals for products. Because they literally said, if my society is okay with abusing these animals for meat...
I'm not wrong, Amy. I've done the research. I'm not wrong. Like, if like it should be like one really special farm where you don't put a mineral brick out and you don't supplement the feed. You don't give them supplemented feed. It's like a 1 in a million, probably, because like, oh, it's probably grows grass. It's evergreen. It's always sunny. So the cows are always 24/7, 365 outside. And the soil is so new and like replenishing that the grass has all the minerals and the vitamins that the cows need. But it's probably not true. You're probably putting animals into the barn for the winter, and then you have to supplement them feed, at least vitamin D. Holy shit. Amy, please be honest. Come on, Come on, man.
Just like saying that there's nothing wrong with slamming pigs against the wall.
Well, then it's not animal abuse that you only feed them on natural food. It's an animal abuse. And your product is probably subpar, for real. Because every fucking study, every article I read said you should supplement cows in both dairy and beef. You should fucking supplement them, because if they miss this and this and this and this, if they don't get it from the soil, you're fucked. Like, your animals grow slower, the milk is not like good, and all of that shit. So you're probably lying to me, but if you're not, it's animal abuse.
Into the industry is like you were like sounding like...
As if it's not fucking animal abuse, doesn't you actually grow animals, raise animals for dairy and meat, you fucking asshole. I'm not. I'm incredibly learned in this, Amy. You're lying. You're straight up lying.
You're fucked up.
Wait. There was, I'm not sure when you joined, but they watched their slaughterhouse footage, their workers abusing the fuck out of the animals, and then later they clarified that there's nothing wrong with it if you're just going to eat the animal.
I did agree with you before that is messed up, so...
Cool. So since I want to move on from that person, I want to ask you a few questions. What's your position on animal agriculture?
I must have it.
On animal agriculture?
Yes. What's your ethical position on it?
Oh, it's probably in destruction of humanity, detriment to humanity.
I guess my ethical position would just be to minimize harm.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I don't even know. I haven't really considered it.
Okay, that's fine.
I would just say that it would just be trying to reduce impact on the environment and people. People first, and then the environment. I would say, but
dairy farmers should feed.
We've got to eat. We've got to eat somehow. That's my opinion on it. You know, let's try and do it ethically, sustainably.
I have the actual scientific papers open somewhere. I just haven't added it to the fucking script. But holy shit, you're such a liar, Amy. You're such a fucking liar.
Activist to have a conversation with you. Yo, VPM, I'm gonna grab a coffee and a tea.
Mm-hmm.
And would you like to talk to Llama real quick for me?
Yeah, I wasn't listening. Llama, can you tell me where you stepped off? Where did you end the conversation with Felix for a second? Sorry.
I was well, he asked me what my position on animal agriculture was, and I just said we should just do it as sustainably and ethically as possible, but I don't really know where he was going with it.
Okay, so what does that mean to be like ethical animal farming? What would that mean?
No, he asked me what my position on animal agriculture was.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm asking what would ethical animal agriculture look like?
Well, I would just take the minimizing harm stance in that.
Yeah.
Just trying to reduce things for people and for the environment, like on a harm minimizing harm.
Let's put environment aside for a second, because this is like a vegan chat. We're talking about ethics, animal ethics. So putting environment aside, why do you think we should minimize suffering in animals?
I don't even understand why we wouldn't.
So the question is, what is it about animals that makes you think, oh, we should minimize their suffering?
Well, I would say suffering on a... If you're asking about suffering like for people is different. I think suffering
I'm
for
asking,
people...
you said we should, in animal agriculture...
Excuse me, I'm actually talking.
Yeah, but you're just saying irrelevant stuff, so I'm trying to save time, right?
Actually, I'm not saying irrelevant stuff. I was actually trying to make a point, and you interjected.
Well, I'm not going to let you finish, and then I'm going to let somebody else take over if they want to like waste time. You're saying something irrelevant to the conversation. I asked you a very specific thing. Why do you think we should minimize suffering in animals? What is it about animals that we should minimize their suffering for?
Because suffering for animals is bad.
Why?
Why is suffering for animals bad? Because, well, unless you're an outlier, like going out there trying to actually like make them feel pain for not like, you know, trying to just eat them, like you're just going around slaughtering animals per se, then you know, that is obviously just like, you know, I don't know who you would be arguing with that would argue, you know, unless they're trying to make some sort of point. No, that's just not a good thing.
So animal suffering is bad because they can feel pain. They probably can like experience life and stuff, right? So they're sentient, they're conscious, right?
I would probably disagree with you on that level of sentience.
How can they
consciousness.
feel pain if they are not conscious or sentient?
Well, I heard this argument before, and when you're just talking about like pain and joy, you would have a hard time convincing me that it's not just instinct.
Okay.
Like when for example, like, you know, if you saw a mother cow, like, you know, or any mother animal nurturing its baby, it's just instinct. And like you see them as like happy and calm, like we interpret it as happy or calm or joy or whatever word you want to put it up to. And on the other end, if like we are gonna, if some person who's fucked up enough just to whack them with a stick or whatever, and they feel pain, it's like, yeah, that's just instinct.
Well, do you think like their pain receptors are different to ours somehow, like to humans?
No,
So
I'm not saying that.
Is it our instinct then as well? Like when we feel pain, it's our instinct to like try to avoid pain?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're the same, right? So it's not like a difference between us and animals. We have the same ability to feel pain, right?
It is very different. See, that is where I'm making a distinction, though, because the consciousness and the sentience behind it is much less like it's more surface level in like.
Well,
Sorry.
Why does it matter? Like in this case, we're talking about, well, you said we should minimize suffering to animals because they can feel pain. Does it change your opinion about like minimizing suffering to animals? Like that they are like less conscious or whatever? They're not, but like they have like they don't have the higher consciousness that we have, but they have consciousness, right?
Well, to what extent, like where do we draw the line? It's sort of my thing, and I would definitely never advocate for eating. Like I'm never going to go around and say, oh, let's just start eating dogs or well.
Oh, why not? What's the difference between a dog and a cow? Do you think a dog is more conscious than a cow? Or?
Well, if yes, if you were asking me just out of like
what do you base that on? Like, I don't think dog and cow have different consciousness. Both of them are pretty smart animals. Like intelligence has nothing to do with it, but both of them are conscious in the same way, right? Neither have higher consciousness.
Sorry, maybe I mixed my words up. I wouldn't say they have a higher level of consciousness. You actually corrected me there yourself. Like I would agree that dogs have a higher intelligence.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, I wouldn't agree that they have a higher consciousness.
Yeah, so in the ability to suffer, both cow and dog are pretty similar, right? Both suffer to the same degree, probably.
Well, yeah, I definitely don't feel like, if a dog and a cow die, I sort of feel the same way, to be honest. Like, if I saw them and had no connection to them, as opposed to seeing a human die, like any person I see die.
What's your connection have to do with this? We're talking about the animals. So I'm asking, the dog and the cow probably have the same amount of consciousness and the same ability to suffer, right? Like you interjecting your opinion about them into this conversation is kind of irrelevant.
So what's your point?
My point is, you said I wouldn't advocate for people eating dogs, but surely you eat cows and you pay for them to suffer, right?
Well, yeah, that goes off my point before where I was saying that's just because I've been raised somewhere where I eat cows.
Mm-hmm. But there is no difference in the ability to suffer between a dog and a cow. We already established that. So, like, you're being raised somewhere doesn't change anything for the animals, right?
So what's your point?
Yeah, my bigger point is if you are trying to minimize suffering to animals, or at least you are advocating for it, you're not actually trying, probably. Why wouldn't you minimize it to 0 and go vegan?
Well, you're never really going to minimize it to 0, but that's a different argument.
If we globally, hold on. If we globally stop buying animal flesh, farmers will globally stop raising animals for flesh, and those animals wouldn't exist. 0 suffering.
No.
What do you mean no? Do you think non-existent suffer? Yeah, ridiculous question, right? Because it is a ridiculous concept. So if an animal doesn't exist, there is no suffering there because it's a non-existent thing. So you can minimize somebody's suffering to 0.
Oh, what's ridiculous is how you can think that we can totally sustain the human population without any damage to you don't want to let me use the environment argument. So let's just say just animals that are in the environment, but that's a totally different argument. Like,
No, it's not a different argument. All I'm saying is, right, if you have the value of minimizing suffering to animals, first of all, you should act on it, right? And second of all, why wouldn't you minimize it to 0? Why wouldn't you not send the cow to a slaughterhouse with your money?
Well, I'm certainly not arguing for that. And to be honest, my biggest contention with that is I disagree with the premise. Is sort of why I was getting caught up, is because I don't agree that killing animals for food is making them suffer.
Why not? How the hell not? Do you not think that slaughtering somebody's cause them at least some kind of a discomfort if you put a knife into their throat?
Well, yeah, it's not like you're making it sound much different to what it actually is. I understand you're using a hypothetical, but it's not like we're putting knives to their throats. And that's not what I'm advocating.
It's 100% not a
for.
hypothetical. That's how animals are slaughtered. Well, some of them are shot in the head first, and then they have their throats slit. That's how slaughter works, right?
Yeah, I'm certainly not for making the animals suffer in any way.
Then
as
why
I said
are you
before,
paying for it?
Well, I eat meat.
Yeah, so you pay for suffering of animals. So how strong is your value to minimize suffering of animals if you are not even willing to stop paying for animal suffering yourself?
If we're killing them to eat them,
yeah,
if you're not, and I'm not saying that I'm putting a knife to their throat because I'm just a normal person who just goes and buys it from the supermarket.
Exactly.
But
so you pay for the suffering of animals. Why? You can stop. You don't have to pay for the suffering of animals.
Do you eat sugar or spices?
Sorry, can you answer my question first and then I'll answer yours?
Because it tastes good.
Okay. Do you think taste pleasure justifies killing somebody for it?
That it's not somebody.
You don't think animals are somebody? Do you think there are things? There is something?
Yes.
You think animals are objects?
Yes.
This goes against your claim that they're conscious, right? Because objects are usually not conscious. Usually, always not conscious.
See, you're trying to play a word game now where it's
Well, it doesn't matter. Let me rephrase my question so that I don't play a word game. Do you think it justifies exploiting and slaughtering an animal, who I think is a somebody, but you contradict yourself there, for taste pleasure?
Sorry, could
is
you
it
repeat it? I was just laughing at how argumentative
Why is it justified to slaughter an animal for taste pleasure? Such a trivial, stupid thing to justify exploitation and slaughter of trillions of animals every single year. Taste pleasure, it tastes good. Holy shit! Do you not find this ridiculous?
No, not particularly.
Why not? You contradicted yourself. You called them objects when before you said that they're conscious.
Well, the reason why I said you were playing word games because, excuse me, animals are not objects in the same sense that a brick is an object, but they are also not objects in the same way a person is an object. So you're just playing word games trying to do semantics.
No, it's not about semantics, right? You agreed that both humans and animals have consciousness. We just also have higher consciousness. Both are capable of experiencing pain and life around them. Both are sentient. So the comparison to humans is much closer of animals than it is to objects. So saying an animal is a someone, they're an individual. You recognize that, surely you recognize that in dogs. That they are individuals, right?
Can I ask
I said,
simple question, just one question, and I will silent after this.
Go on.
Okay, Lama, if you would be in the position of the victims, do you feel this would be an acceptable excuse to justify exploiting you?
If I was in the position of the victims. I don't even know how to answer that.
Well,
basic, simple. The golden rule, basically, if you imagine yourself to be in the victim's position, right? Would you make the same excuses? Would you find it acceptable?
Well, I'm not, and that's the key thing here. And
No,
I get
you
that
don't
it's
answer my question.
excuse me, sorry,
I
excuse
know
me,
that you're not.
excuse me,
I
sorry,
know that.
excuse
Yeah,
me.
hold on.
Well, I actually
No, no,
do
no, no, no. I know
well,
that
I
you are
do
not. I
understand it's
know
a
that you are not.
hypothetical, but
I
I'm
know
actually
that
trying
you're
to
not.
explain my risk.
Okay, you will get cooled down. You will get cooled down. That's not how it works. You have to answer my question. If he comes back, he can answer my question. This is not how it works.
I love this question, you know,
Okay,
always
Lama,
works.
are you now ready to answer my question? Are you now willing to answer my question? So I'm asking you if it's a conditional. If you were the animal, would you find it acceptable? Go.
How much soy do you eat every day?
Can you answer my question?
I would like to go back to talking to the more logical lady, and you go back to eating your soy breakfast.
This is about logic, right? This is about like a logical consistency, right? Because
Yeah,
if
so let me
you
speak to the more logical lady, because you need to go back
hold
and eat your
on,
soy
wait,
breakfast.
one second, one second, Lama, one second. This is
Okay.
about logical consistency, because if you are saying you would be against being tortured or exploited for your body parts, right? If you are a human or if you're saying you would be against it because you're human, then you have to draw an asymmetry why it would be not okay to do this to a human, but okay to an animal.
Why?
And what is the asymmetry?
Why do I have to do that?
Well, because presumably you do that because both individuals, both you and the animals, you have vital interests not to be exploited, right? The animal has an interest not to be
How do you know
exploited,
that?
and so you. How do I know that? So you're making the claim that they do not.
I'm not saying that if some guy walked up with
Have
a
you seen
sword,
documentaries?
excuse
Hold
me,
on. I don't
I
even
was
have to go.
talking.
No,
Yeah,
hold
I
on.
was actually gonna I was gonna throw you a ball there
No.
if you actually let me finish what I was gonna say.
Okay.
So I'm not saying if
Okay,
you're
go ahead.
walking around with an axe and you're hitting a pig and then you walk up to the other pig and like, you're next. No, if you're gonna
Okay.
ethically shoot an animal that's like not looking and eat it, whatever, do it
Okay.
the caveman way or whatever. I would totally agree that is a more harm reduction way of doing it. But that's not how we work,
Yeah.
especially where I'm from in the city.
I still didn't
So-
have any kind of answer to this question, you know.
Yeah. So you were basically questioning my position that they care about their lives and about their treatment. They don't care. Is that what you're saying? How do I know that? Is that what you're saying? Because if that is your position, that I'm thinking, how should I know that, right? Why would we even stun them in the first place? Why are you then now advocating for more humane, quote unquote, treatment and slaughter if we don't even know that? My guy, can you answer this question now?
Didn't you? Well, you just asked me a few questions, so I'm just
Yeah.
thinking.
So you were questioning the view how I can know whether they have an interest to live, right?
Well, you asked me, and then I just contended with, well, how.
Kevin, we're not pretending that animals are humans. We're saying there is a common ground between animals and humans, and that is sentience, which is the ability to be conscious. So both animals and, well, most animals, the animals we usually farm, and humans have that.
You do hold the view then that they care about their lives and about pain and suffering, right? Under your view.
I don't know. Sorry to cut you off, but I don't know if you heard before when I was chatting to the lady, but
VPN. Yeah, VPN.
What I actually said was we had a bit of a contention about consciousness, and she corrected me on intelligence. It was about I just disagree that they have. I think that animals, when we see them experience like pain and or joy or whatever we interpret as, it's just very surface level instinct.
Okay. So what makes you believe that?
Yeah.
Why would I believe otherwise? You're trying to tell me that you're some sort of like emu mind reader, and you know that it's running around thinking we're going to kill them.
No. I would make a quite strong case that they actually can feel that, and if you don't have any strong evidence, you should be careful at the minimum.
Amy, you wanna come up and talk to me in the VC? Have a debate. If you want to have a debate, I have answers to all of your contentions, to all of your claims. What you're wrong about is that, yeah, I'll show you what you're wrong about. You know what? I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to show you, Amy. Diets compared, is it? Yeah, there you go. Diets compared. So this is, if you're looking at my screen, Amy, this is a chart predicting, based on scientific evidence, what would happen if the world went vegan, right? So this is the breakdown of what land is taken by in the 21st century. Most of it is pasture, right? And then there is 57% of cropland is human food, and 43% is used to produce crops for animals. This is global, right? So you can't say, oh, my farm, though, your farm can't feed humanity, right? So globally, if we went vegan, we would reduce this land by 75%, and specifically look at cropland. We would even reduce cropland by 200 million hectares, Amy. 200 million hectares. So that would be, however you turn it around, all of this, 75% of land, could return to ecosystems. This is you and your work preventing 75% of ecosystems. And you think pastures don't ruin ecosystems either? Come on, man. Come on.
Understand them. Maybe understanding them makes it arguably worse, maybe, or sometimes it makes it better. Depends on the context. But you experience these things, right? You have an aversion to experience pain and suffering, usually, especially if it's against your will, right? So it doesn't.
See, that's just where I have a.
Wait. It doesn't matter whether it's instinctual. Therefore, the position is still rescued. It's not under threat.
Well, that's just where I have a fundamental disagreement with you, where you said that it's like you said, like an animal or a child or a person. I just cut it off. Like I don't even like an animal is not in the same realm as a child and a person.
Well, when it comes down to emotions, I would say that there is a great deal of overlap. Yes. When it comes down to these phenomenological experiences, absolutely, yeah.
I would say intelligence, but not like any sentience or consciousness.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely. Sentience is just the ability to have a subjective experience and to experience like valid states, like again, pain and pleasure, right?
Val, can I ask you a question?
Well, no, wait. I think I really want to deal before we move on.
Let him.
Like, do you
Sorry,
understand
can you just hold your thought? I'm just going to the bathroom. I won't be 2 minutes.
Okay.
I just quickly wanted to ask.
Sorry.
I just quickly wanted to ask if you asked them an NTT question. That's all. Val?
Yeah. No, I have not yet. No.
Okay,
No, but the thing is, he already has big struggles with that, anyways, because he thinks that there's like some differential thing between.
I get you. Yeah, it's okay. Like I think if wait.
Yeah, usually I avoid NTT because it's most people don't understand it. That's the problem. Like if I can't get like his at least like some moderate intuitions, like if he just straight up doesn't grant them like minimal levels of concern, then yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to persuade him anyways.
I think I asked them an entity adjacent question, and they had like a fib about me calling animals somebody.
Yeah, that's the point, right? So, yeah.
That's all. I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Let's
I
see,
think
NTT,
going for dog things is more important because they said like they're against eating dogs and shit.
NTT with someone who isn't very logical is more of a hindrance
Yeah, true,
than
but
a
maybe sometimes
solution.
people just need like a kick in the butt to like.
Yeah, it's also too hypothetical. That's the problem. It's too hypothetical. Like most non-philosophically minded people, they too theoretical. That's the thing.
I
Like
think
they
a
will.
really easy way to go around NTT is to ask the person, what would you remove from a human to justify this thing? Like that's what I would probably ask them. Like, what's so special about human, such as if you remove that thing from a human, it will be okay to do what to treat them like any other animal. So you don't have to go into that really big question. It's just what's so special about humans, or that specific human that if you removed, blah 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 blah. Just like that.
Kidnap. What did he said? Like the my questions to the my questions because I didn't have.
Sorry about.
Look at where were you, dude? Look at all the frail vegans. Look at them. Oh my god, those vegans are frail. Oh no. Oh, all the Olympians from 2024 that were vegan. Holy shit. Look at this 55-year-old jiu-jitsu grappler wins his 7th like gold medal. Oh, the frail vegans, look at them. Mate, I don't look frail either. I don't. You're just biased. You're just biased, mate.
They're phenomena. You don't have to intellectualize these things, right? Whether you do it to a baby, to a child, to an animal, it doesn't matter really. It's enough that you can experience them, and because you experience them, they are important to that subject. To that.
Well, all of them, most of them, used to eat meat, and they do talk about how much better they are once they become vegan. So those guys have been vegan for a while, and both of them like broke records and are gold medalists in weightlifting, right? One of the more technically hard and strength-related sports. This person as well, European deadlift record. All of them used to eat meat. Now they don't. Yeah. So listen, this is just like, I understand, this is just like something that people say, that vegans are frail. I'm going to grant you that some vegans look like skinnier than others, but it could be just reverse causality. So skinny vegans, like especially men, skinny men, don't have the same toxic masculinity that like big burly men have. And so they're more likely to like defend animals than the burly man, for instance. But burly men go vegan all the time, and they talk about their benefits in sports. So
to kill a human, right? Or maybe two cases. One is obviously for self-defense.
Correct. Some vegans are overweight. You can be any weight you want when you're vegan. And most people don't change their weight at all once going vegan because they don't change their habits. They eat kind of the same, but just like instead of animal products, they eat plant products instead. It's whatever. Nobody's like becoming frail once they go vegan. It's like the people who go on juice cleanses become frail. That's not veganism. That's not what's going on, right? Do you get those supplements without artificial supplements? There's nothing artificial about the supplement, right? Most of it, almost all of it, is made by bacteria. And those same supplements are fed to animals on a global scale. Except for Amy's farm. Oh, the one farm in the world that doesn't supplement animals. But A, there's nothing wrong about artificial supplementation. And B, most of those supplements were made by bacteria, so they're not artificial at all. They're natural. They're just made in a lab, but like, you know, animals are slaughtered in huge metal buildings.
It should be valued, right? That even if you don't hold the view, it basically tells you, well, okay, all it would tell me is that death would not be the better option. It would mean that.
By the way, I take artificial, and that's truly artificial. I take artificial creatine. That's the floaty stuff in my bottle here, and I highly recommend it. Sometimes artificial stuff is so good for your health, like so good for your like betterment, that you should probably take the artificial stuff. You can't eat enough animal products to get the same benefits from creatine as you can from artificial creatine. Creatine is fantastic. There you go, dude. Then you know that artificial supplements, even if they're actually artificial, the way creatine is, then it's a good thing. So why should we demonize artificial supplements or natural supplements for that reason, right? B12 is grown by a bacteria. D3 is grown by a mushroom or some shit. Vitamin A is like derived from carrots and stuff. I mean, come on. Oh no, it says it's from bacteria as well. So come on, guys, come on. This is like an unreasonable stop sign, you know?
An animal override their interest of existence. Because what you're essentially doing is you want something, and you get enjoyment out of it.
That's where I disagree with you.
And you and you override basically their entire future and their entire existence.
I think
when it's not even needed. It's not even needed to override that interest of the animal, because presumably you can fulfill your desire, let's say, of sensory enjoyment in other ways.
Oh, that's a good idea, Beretta. If somebody wants to come up and show their face, right, on camera, and have a conversation with me, that will be fantastic. I love having, like, nice conversations. If you were here around me talking to Llama, I think I was nice. I think I was, like, asking them questions they don't like, so they started coping about it. But if you want to show your face on camera, that would be fantastic. And then we can compare, for some reason, two people, when, you know, we can compare me to myself and I haven't changed much at all. And that's a good thing, because it's been 10 years since I've been vegan and I haven't changed much at all. I'm not saying I'm not aging at all, but it's to a much slower rate.
The premature killing of animals is problematic because they're overwriting something very strongly.
Val.
Wait. So Llama, do you follow? For me, the culture.
Amy, what's unhealthy about what I look like? What's unhealthy about it? Be specific. I want you to like give me specific answers.
Something very, you're overwriting something that holds very dear to the animal, right?
I think we just have a fundamental. I think we just have a disagreement, my friend.
Not hide my face from you.
I just don't think that they have that in that value.
Oh, absolutely. So when you actually look in slaughterhouses, right? They're not there like willingly. They don't want to die. You can see that clearly. Have you seen footage?
I've been working on my side.
I have seen a bit, and I'm not gonna go to like further extremes.
Morty, what do you mean? Do you know what I looked like 10 years ago? If you don't, then you're just gibberating.
But that's certainly not what I'm like. That I don't think that's what anyone wants when.
I don't know what gaunt means, but I'll take that as a compliment or something. What's wrong with artificial supplements? Even Dude said that artificial supplements are fantastic in case of creatine, right? So why would we creatine increases your I don't know, like your general feeling so much? Why would you be against it even though it's artificial? Sometimes artificial stuff are just better than natural. I don't understand. And in case of a multi-supplement, this artificial, just fucking grown by a fucking bacteria, this artificial supplement is way better than like slitting the throat of an animal for the same fucking nutrition. Why would you say that? I gotta stop swearing. I'm fucking monetized now.
Level, pain, joy, like it's just instinctual rather than any level of like.
Can I?
Yeah, so yeah, I was done. Yeah.
Yeah, there is. I
Amy means you're white. I think they're racist. No, I think it's just a cope. It's just a cope. But what did you say? Gaunt. Does gaunt mean? What does gaunt mean? I have to look at it now. Holy shit. Gaunt. English is not my first language. It's not my thin or emaciated. Damn. First of all, thin, thank you. I've been cutting calories. So yeah, I am thinner than I was like even a month ago. But emaciated? I'm definitely not emaciated, man. It's the color is flat. I'm definitely growing muscle. I'm definitely not emaciated, man. I lift weights. And I'm not thin as how you say gaunt. Let's go to an image. I'm not this person. I'm not gaunt. I'm not this person. Or this person. I don't look like that. I'm not gaunt, man. I look fucking healthy. Oh, the rest are just like fucking... Like... They don't look gaunt either. They're just skinny. They're just normal amount of skinny. This is the only one I would say, well, this person is might be unhealthy, right? Because like they might not get like enough calories and shit, right? Gaunt, I would think of like Holocaust survivors, gaunt. Like skinny and emaciated. Gaunt. You can't see my ribs. You can't fucking see my ribs. Mate, come on. You're coping. You're coping because I'm trying to take away your job. Just switch jobs now. Stop exploiting and slaughtering animals, mate.
You're right, and you could consider it before you can cut me off, but I'm trying to see if you're getting me to narrow it down to just, there's this one trait, this one moral or whatever word you want to put to it, whatever language.
Dude, by the way, I'm non-binary. If you were talking about me, call me a chick. First of all, stop calling women a chick. Second of all, I'm not a woman. I'm non-binary. So, and I don't know what you meant. What can you expect?
It's just one trait. I feel like part of the
one of the things that's happening. People are just not precise. Be precise. I'm not gaunt. We like define that. If you think something is unhealthy about me, be precise. What is it about how I look that looks unhealthy? Jesus, people. Oh, Bisha, I remember you from last time. Creatine is not possible to get a scientific dose from animal products, only possible with supplements. True. Thank you. Thank you for admitting that I look healthy. I do.
Yes, you can say multiple things. I just want to know
healthy.
What's so special about humans, such as if you remove that special thing from humans, it would justify farming humans. So what are...
You haven't proven that we are hypocrites, Amy. You just like gestured at us. And I asked you to join me for a VC debate to address all of your arguments. Would you like me to do that? Or are you scary? Oh, gaunt is precise. Then you're blind, sweetie, you're blind.
That is going to just turn me into an animal if I took it away from myself.
My non-binary status has nothing to do with my logical debating skills. So, I mean, maybe. It's probably research somewhere that people who consider their gender are more introspective and therefore smarter. Could be.
See, the reason why I broke down your argument is because it's just a silly argument. There is no one single thing, and I'm not going to list. And I'm not going to list like 5 things or 10 things.
It's a consistency. It's a simple consistency check because we can demonstrate. We can demonstrate some individuals who are very similar to each other, and then like I can just ask you like, what's the difference?
Yeah, and I'm showing you how your argument's not consistent, and you're just like saying
an argument. Not an argument. It's a consistency check to see if you're actually willing to bite the bullets on the things that you subscribe to. So if I ask you,
all right,
so what's
you
the difference
tell me
between
then.
A and what?
Tell me, give me an example of like
Duke asks, honest question, would you consider eating, let's say, a beef burger if it were to convert 100 meat eaters to becoming vegan? It would be... would they actually become vegan, like adopt vegan ethics and stuff? It would be the logical thing. I would have like bad feelings about it, though. I wouldn't want to do it, but I would consider it. So the point is what I'm trying to make. It's the logical thing to do, but I also have feelings about it. You know what I mean? So I hope you understand that, Duke.
Really understand what I'm trying to say. Because I'm
It
trying to
sounds like
explain.
you're not even listening to me.
All of those, there's more than one property. Cool, tell it to me. Tell me the properties
No,
that will
that's
make
not
it.
what I'm saying. See, you're not even listening.
Annie, you can come up and show your pretty face. Non-gaunt face. Come up. Turn on your camera. I'll send you the link. You can join and we can discuss stuff. But you seems to be ignoring me on this request. You can say yes or no. Amy, would you like to come up and have a conversation with me? Yes or no? And show your pretty face on the stream.
Pigs that would justify discrimination. See, again, there is no one thing.
Hey, what's up? As if you... you... I guess you really want to see me. What's up? It's the first time I ran into you, decided to get the vegan chicken nuggets. Big difference, but with some Chick-fil-A sauce, can't really tell. Yeah, and another thing, what's up? The thing is that your taste buds will change. If you continue eating the vegan chicken nuggets, they're gonna taste the same or better at some point. That's just how our taste buds work. Sometimes, like when you try the first thing for the first time, and then it looks feels weird, right? Because it feels like not the thing that you usually eat. But then it's gonna change. It's gonna become much tastier. Also, it kind of depends on what company, because some companies they had meat eaters eat a blind eating test, and there's no difference. So it really depends on what you have for yourself. Sorry, it's hot as fuck. Amy's industry is increasing climate change. So I have to turn on my fan. Amy, you didn't answer my question. You're at work. Okay, you're at work. I showed you what gaunt looks like. And I'm not that. I'm not this. I have some fat on me. That's for sure. So you're just wrong. You're just projecting. Mate.
Individuals that justifies discrimination. Why are you discriminating? So, for example, sure, there is no trait difference.
Do you know what a pig is?
It's a replacement for an argument, isn't it?
None of them.
But why would you know the difference between a human and a pig? Unless you discriminate. So that's just a stupid argument, dude. So
how do you join the link? I think I can demonstrate a fundamental inconsistency in the vegan argument. Oh, you're welcome to. Give me a second, let me find it. English, oh, yeah. Who was that? Asking JC. Oh man, my expectations are incredibly high, JC. I hope you can show us the inconsistency. I hope it's something new that we haven't talked about 10,000 times every single day. Holy shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Your
expectations are
Lama,
up
what
there,
you just said means, basically what you just said is, if I say men have a penis and women have vaginas, I'm discriminating between the two. That's what you just said. That when you point out the difference, you're discriminating. That's so fucking silly.
Dude, that is what discrimination is, my friend. I don't know if you know that, and I'm not trying to get you on a word game, but that is actually what discrimination is.
No,
it's looking at the difference.
That's not what discrimination is, Lama. Discrimination is when you project differences onto others. That's discrimination.
Did you say differences?
Yeah, you project differences that don't necessarily exist or not relevant
Yeah,
to
and how
somebody's
else would
position.
you know? How else would you know? I don't even know why you're saying that. That's just a
Yeah,
stupid argument.
I'll give you an example. No, Lama, no worries. I'll give you an example. So an example is, I'll give you an example. So for instance, when I'm gonna give a really clear example. So when we used to own slaves, black slaves, people used to say...
What is with you guys and black people?
Listen, I'm giving you an example.
What is wrong with you guys?
Listen to the end. I'm giving you an example of discrimination. I'm giving a very clear one because everybody knows what slavery was and that it was unjust, okay? That's why a clear example is important. So we used to call them subhumans. That's discrimination. You're projecting something that is not real onto a group of or population.
Yeah, you guys can just play your semantics however you like, but
you are a bit off key. Discrimination can be something even if it does exist. Like I could just discriminate people based on how they look. So their look does exist. If they're black, they're literally black. It doesn't have to be false. You could discriminate anybody.
Thank you.
No, that's just a mix-up, right?
No, it's not a mix-up, and it's just semantics. It doesn't matter anyway. She's totally correct.
No. Come on, guys. You can discriminate everybody, right? But it's a projection. Like saying that somebody is... Hold on.
No,
listen.
That's not a projection.
Guys, I'm going to give another example. So saying that somebody is fat is not discrimination. Actually projecting other traits upon fat people
is... I don't know what she's even talking about.
I think Lama is intellectually dishonest at this point.
Treating people with differences.
Okay, the racist is getting mad now.
Or do things, or what they come from. That's what discrimination is.
Carlo,
It doesn't have to be...
If I'm saying that somebody is fat, am I discriminating them?
You're not discriminating right now. You're just stating a fact. But if you treat them badly because they're fat, that's
there you go. So what does it mean to treat somebody badly? You project different traits. Listen, Carlo, listen. We agree. Listen, we agree. But listen to my example. Carlo, listen to my example.
There is no projecting. I'm not projecting onto that fat person. I'm just saying this person is fat and I'm going to treat them badly.
Exactly.
Now suddenly I can't hear anyone.
So stating somebody else's trait is not discrimination. What is, if you say because they're fat, then they're lazy and shit. Lama, I'm talking. Lama, I'm talking.
Okay, it's fine.
So Carlo, do you understand the description? Saying that somebody is fat is stating their trait. That's not discrimination. But when you say because they're fat, they are also lazy or something like that, that's discrimination.
No, when I think they're lazy, I'm not going to assume that they are lazy. I'm just going to treat them badly just because they're fat.
You're treating them badly by assigning motivations and traits to them. That's how it works. Bro, psychologically.
Like, you can't just discriminate people based on how they look. Like if somebody looks black.
We have a psychologist here. We have a psychologist here. Kidnap. Who's more right? Oh, I hope you're listening. I don't know.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. I'm just saying to Carlo, right? It's like stating a trait of somebody is not discrimination. They're saying, well, it's when you treat them badly or based on that trait, that is discrimination. Yeah, Carlo, what I'm saying is you're treating them badly by assigning motivations and traits to them.
No, again, I'm not gonna.
That's how it works.
My simple words were: if somebody's fat, I'm not gonna assume that they are lazy. I'm not gonna assume that they have heart disease or anything. I'm just gonna treat them badly just because they are fat, just because they are black, just because they are women. Simple. That's just. I don't have to.
I understand. We agree, but there is a semantic thing, not a semantic, a psychological thing that's happening there. You treat them badly by assigning motivations and traits. That's just the thing that happens. Yeah, go on.
Can we just quickly move on to veganism rather than philosophy?
Yeah. Go on.
We can talk about definitions and stuff like that because yes, we are in the English channel, but I think just for the discussion's sake, let's keep it like to some easy stuff.
Yeah. So Carla, are you vegan?
No, I'm not. But I think that vegan people are good, like better than me.
Okay, so why wouldn't you be better? than yourself right now.
Like I could, even if I'm an alcoholic, I would know that I'm doing something that's wrong, but I would wish to be non-alcoholic. But since I'm addicted, so I can't stop eating meat.
Are you addicted to meat? Is that what you're making the claim? You're addicted to meat?
Of course, yeah. Many people are, even if they don't think they aren't, because when you stop eating meat, you're gonna miss it. You are gonna.
That's not what addiction is. I was actually addicted to two things for many years. For most people, meat is not an addiction.
I'm not going to go into the definition of addiction, but I think addiction is something that makes you feel bad when you stop doing it and you want to do it, but you have to like.
Carlo, you have like a serious issue with like definitions. I can see. That's not what an addiction is.
That's what exactly addiction is.
No. You feeling bad by stopping doing something, doesn't mean that thing was an addiction.
Before we go,
yeah,
go into definitions. Okay, I have a question. Do you think, like, let me make an example. Let's say
you can't understand basic
I really like sex,
words.
right? And let's say I have an addiction
Christ.
to it. Should I go out of my way to fuck my girlfriend even when she doesn't want it? Do you think that will be okay, even if I have an addiction?
Yeah, so if you go out of your way, even if she doesn't want first, there's no consent, so that's going to be bad. That's going to be considered bad.
Okay, but what if I said I have an addiction though?
Yeah, you could have an addiction of sex, of course.
Damak, to answer your question, in that dichotomous hypothetical, I would save my sister, but that's not the situation we're talking about. The situation we're talking about is not killing either, right? So save a pig or save your sister. Well, just save the pig and sister is fine, right? That's what we're talking about. You can just save the pig and your sister will be fine. She's not gonna go into the farrowing crates or into the slaughterhouse instead of a pig that you saved, right? So it's not really analogous. I hope that's clear.
You can see that, like, your addiction could be could be kind of similar to someone who.
You would just to make it clear, Damak. I think you would have a point if it was, well, I'm gonna go vegan, and then all of my family is gonna go into the slaughterhouses instead of the animals. I'm now sparing by going vegan, but that's not the thing, right? This is my channel. I can answer whichever question I want. And if you don't like that, fuck off, frankly. How else would you mass produce? Well, lab-grown meat is on the rise, but also you don't need meat. So mass producing meat shouldn't exist because it exploits and slaughters animals and for unnecessary stuff, for unnecessary reason. And as I already proved, it also increases other like crop deaths and stuff. So... Shit, it gets stuck again, bro.
And too much work.
I want to explain this for the people who sit in here. I want to explain for the people who just came into this VC.
That's why I think that vegans are better, because they are not committing all those atrocities.
Yeah, so
this is what I meant, dude, right? So if we all went vegan, we would reduce farmland and therefore how many animals we kill by 75%. And that would even reduce the cropland, despite us as humanity eating more crops. Because right now we just like feed the animals so many crops. And that includes the grasses and stuff for winter and shit like that.
Do you fuck with animals, raping animals and shit?
Okay, stop. Hold on. I'll get to you guys soon. I know you guys.
I really like Satan. Satan's good.
I know these guys from yesterday, so guys, just fucking calm down, Jesus.
What the hell? I'm just here to talk about meat.
I didn't hear that, Damak, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's discrimination when you don't have one pitted against another. You're discriminating against the pig, saying they're not like, I don't know, I guess not smart enough or something like that.
If there is a vegan alternative to meat, why don't you eat that?
Because I think I can't afford it, because...
Like, putting value on somebody is kind of weird as well. Like, you are much less valuable to me than my sister. Should I kill you, Damak?
Poem using Satan. Second of all, do you think being judged by other people that you're not... So, for example, if your society...
What am I wrong about, dog? Oh, dude, sorry. Dog. I don't know where that came from. What am I wrong about? This is research. We have research on this.
I'm in no
So-
shape and state of
If
controlling
your
my own-
friends are okay with sexually abusing animals, then you should be okay with it as well.
I know my friends are.
That's not what I
Hold
said.
on.
Donor
No, I'm
is.
telling you. Hold on. I'm telling you, Carlo, that when you pay for animal products, they have to be sexually exploited, right? So,
No,
if
they
your
don't.
friends,
They do not get sex wicked.
they do. Okay, would you like me
What
to
are
show you
you saying?
videos of? Would you like me to show you videos of animals being
No,
sexually
that's like
exploited?
that's not what I'm paying for. Wait, that's not what I'm paying for. That's their own doings. Like I could be. Wait, no. There are nurses, and there are nurses in the hospital. We are going there and getting treated. Listen to me. We are going there and getting treated. And if I'm paying for all those nurses to work in that hospital, and if they end up raping somebody, a patient who is in coma, you're saying that I was paying for the rapist. Is that what you think? Like rapist? Did I pay for him? No, I
Yeah.
did not.
So when
I was just
when it
paying
comes
for the
to
meat.
animal agriculture, you literally pay for someone to die, and for someone to
Yeah,
have
that's
the
what I agree
sexual.
with. Like, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, not
Let me-
sexual. What the fun?
Wait, can
why
I
are you bringing sex
explain?
into
Can
this?
I explain without you just like stopping me explaining things? In the
Wasn't a
animal
conversation,
agriculture,
dude.
there's a thing called artificial insemination. So basically, whacking off a bull's penis, taking its liquids, the penis liquids, putting it into a rod, and shoving the rod deep inside the female vagina. And that's a standard.
That's a bit inaccurate. That description is a bit inaccurate because they don't put rot into female vagina. And
Okay, I'm gonna show you a video. Come on my stream.
Again,
Come on
that
my
could be
stream.
not
You
true.
either come on my stream or I'm kicking you from this VC.
I
Because we're
have
gonna do it
seen
one way or
buffaloes.
another.
Okay, see, I come from a family of farming. Like we do farming and we have farm animals. We inseminate animals artificially as well, but we've got this big
Okay, come to my
syringes.
stream
We don't
or
have
I'm actually
fire
kicking you
involved.
because you are not listening. Come.
I did listen to you just
Okay,
talking
come to
about
my
the
stream.
syringe and putting
Yeah, I'm
rot-
gonna give you 3 warnings. Come to my stream. They left. Amazing. Amazing, see? Fucking dishonest piece of shit. Get fucked.
Get wrecked.
Sorry.
This isn't a troll. I'm actually genuinely curious. What are your thoughts on lab-grown meat?
Depending on the sourcing, but if the sourcing of the of the blood or whatever, it's done in a most nice in a most kind of compassionate way, or like if the way that you're getting the blood from the chicken, it's by picking up the feather it dropped, I would say that's completely ethical.
Alright.
Are you talking about me, Tony? Am I cult oriented? Because I'm a bit of a cult expert.
Economical, and
You're gonna have to prove what you're saying.
I would be willing to make the switch, but I'm not willing to compromise if it's worse in both regards.
So right now, would you agree that you pay for atrocities to happen for your personal pleasure?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you're okay with, as I explained, the sexual abuse that has to happen to animals for meat?
Well, yeah, it's kind of one of those unfortunate facts of reality. It's how we exist as a society.
reality,
It's
holy
what
shit.
we're built upon.
Wait,
Oh.
if we were built upon literally fucking killing black people, would you say that that's okay as well?
Oh, not necessarily, but people change.
Okay, but why do we kill animals if it's also unnecessary?
It's how we evolved, and yeah, we can change, but we're just not at that point yet.
Why
Is that
don't
you
you
talking,
change?
JC?
Because it's not economically feasible, and the technology's
is.
not there yet.
It is economically feasible to be vegan. The technology is there to be vegan.
You know what?
So when
You're right.
That's great. You're honest, I think. Oh,
So-
good.
So then the question is, how many more animals have to be sexually exploited before you decide to stop it?
I'm not ready to give up my comforts yet. I'll let you win this one, mate.
Cool.
Do you
How
know-
many?
do you know
Wait,
what's
wait,
a
wait,
good
wait,
one?
wait, wait, hold on. How
Chickens.
many more animals are you going to pay for farmers to rape before you realize that maybe raping animals is a bad thing to do? How many more?
It's not a good thing to do. Bro,
And why do you
what
pay
do you
for it?
expect me to give you a number?
Then why do you pay for it?
Listen, I'm mostly on your side, man, but I don't like the kind of radicalist stance.
Yeah, I don't care about
the switch to ethical.
We're
I would make the switch for ethical
radicals.
concerns, yeah, but it's not fully
So
feasible to
radical
still be
to
able to
not
have meat.
exploiting
Yes, I
kill
can have
animals if you
seitan, I
don't
can have all
have
these good
to.
alternatives, but real meat in an ethically sourced environment just does not exist in an economically feasible way.
Yeah, so if there is no ethical way of killing someone who doesn't want to die, why do you keep doing it?
So I'm used to it. It's the way of life. It's my culture.
So
It's
I'm
everyone
used to
around
it.
me.
It's my culture. It's all the way around me. So these three justifications can justify any atrocities. You could literally...
Tony, who the fuck is talking about removing proteins? Proteins are in plants.
You could say, it's what I'm used to, it's my culture, it's all around me.
Yeah,
do you think?
I can.
Yeah, do you think like you would be on the side of Nazis or the side of Jews during the World War II with these kind of views?
There you go, Tony. All the necessary amino acids are in plants as well.
Same here. I am obviously vulnerable to propaganda and advertisement, and when you're shaped by a culture and society, you're gonna generally tend to follow what that society does, and it's just the way I was raised.
Okay, but hold on, I gotta like ban one of the people that you hopped in with because they literally said, "I hate Jews." There you go. Just gotta.
No government is making everybody to eat plant protein. There's a bit of a conspiracy theory there, I think. Governments suggest that people should be eating plant proteins in some countries. That's because they care that their constituents should live longer and pay more money in taxes to them. That's what governments actually care about when they release food plates and stuff, nutrition plates.
I shouldn't be paying towards the propaganda that's literally telling me that to abuse animals.
You're right. It's a difficult internal question. I need to battle. It's you beat me, mate. See ya.
You beat me, I'm gonna fuck off.
You beat
I'm gonna
me and you left.
I'm gonna unmute the other people if you guys want to talk.
Hey, mate, I would love to talk about it.
Sorry, I had to mute you guys because like there was a
There
lot
you
of
go,
interruptions, and I really don't like when people interrupt each other and stuff.
I wasn't the one talking.
But I think I had to mute the people who had the mic on. So, but it's fine now. It's fine. So,
why do you think it's bad to rape animals and stuff? Like, they're just animals.
Jesus.
Would you be in favor of having sex with an animal?
No, but that's not what they're doing, is it?
They're literally masturbating bulls. Are you in favor of Are you in favor of paying someone to jack off a bull?
Bruh.
It's a yes or no.
I'm JC.
It's a yes or no question.
Is that you, JC?
Yeah, for the bigger picture. For the bigger picture.
For the bigger picture. Okay. Hold on.
Hey, can you please stop talking? I'm trying to listen. Oh,
so the bigger picture right now is for you to get some kind of pleasure from it, right?
I mean, from the sounds of it, the bulls getting pleasure as well.
No, it's. Would you like
I'm
to
joking,
watch?
I'm joking.
Okay, would you like to watch a
I don't
video?
want to see none of your freak out videos, bro. I don't want to see.
At least I want to. At least you get educated about the things that you want to defend, right? So let's watch together. Let's watch together something you're in favor
of. It's such a huge
of.
leap to go from eating a steak to rape.
Let's ask the ultimate question here to see who is militant cult-oriented. To the vegans, would you prefer the government use force on everyone to compel to eat plant protein and not meat? Yes, not for cult reasons, because it saves animals' lives. I would like to do that. It's unlikely to work. But if I could magically push a button, of course I would. If I would also push that button to end slavery in Cambodia, do you think people who want to end slavery in Cambodia, Tony, are cult-oriented? I told you, Tony, I'm actually kind of an expert in cults. And if you ask such questions, you better come prepared for what cults actually are. I mean, the governments already use force to stop people from killing each other. Do you think that's cult-oriented, Tony? Do you think people should like walk around and be able to kill each other just willy-nilly? I know what happened, Tony. I know what happened. You just not thinking about the victims of meat. You are just thinking about, meat as like the end product. And it stops there. Livestock farmers are losing their property due to... Well, they don't have to lose their property. They can use it for something else. They're still going to have the property. They can just like grow crops, grow mushrooms on it, all kinds of stuff. So, Tony, your assumption is incorrect. And you adding it in conjunction with a bunch of other stupid shit. So, again, I'm almost like a cult expert. And nothing that you showed here is actually showing any kind of cult activity.
Someone sticks a pencil in the dog's ass and does this for some kind of financial gain.
Bro, what the hell?
We're gonna, bro. It's very relevant.
What
the question.
It's this.
Joel, I'm hiding behind the subscriber-only chat because otherwise the entire chat would be filled with meat is king buster type of smart thinkers. So yes, I'm asking you to subscribe. You can then unsubscribe. I don't need the subscribers at this point. I'm asking you to subscribe so that you can say not stupid shit. Buster didn't think so highly of his capabilities to be intellectual. So they just went with meat is king anyways. But if I didn't ask people to be subscribe first, it would be all of that like that. So
when you buy these products, that's all I'm trying to explain.
Dude.
yeah, you see,
You're
a bot. It would be all that. Just stupid.
I didn't realize.
PlayStation or
Xbox, bro. It's a free.
Jonah folded too easy. Jonah folded too easy.
Okay, let's.
Cooked him for like.
It's only the Japanese soy that does not promote high levels of estrogen in the majority. No, none. Soy doesn't interact almost at all with your hormones. Only in the way that food sometimes interacts with your hormones, but it doesn't add hormones. That's ridiculous. It's a phytoestrogen. It's plant estrogen. We're not plants. It can't translate.
Hold on. Let me just double. Would you like to talk to VPM or me? Because I can run.
Oh, sorry. I was talking to my chat. But if you need me, I am here.
Okay, CJ.
So I'd love to kind of come at it from a really definitional standpoint. And so, first of all, what is your definition of veganism?
Yeah, avoiding exploitation and slaughter of animals when for unnecessary things kind of is my working definition, I guess.
Cool. When you say unnecessary things, what does that mean?
Yeah, when you can avoid exploiting and slaughtering animals, then you should. Kind of situation.
Why should we avoid slaughtering animals? But I mean, you say so not slaughtering animals, but so it's not about the minimization of suffering.
No, that's a utilitarian stance. Some people reach veganism through utilitarian stance, but I'm a threshold deontologist.
Okay, and so let's look at if we think about. I'm going to go at it from mussel farming. I'm assuming you don't eat mussels and mollusks.
I don't, but not because it wouldn't be vegan necessarily. I think maybe oysters are not sentient, but I'm not sure. That's why I don't eat them.
Well, I think we can say that without a central nervous system and without the ability for any form of consciousness that we understand and no form of pain possibility, that mussel farming and mollusk farming, which actually is a net benefit to the environment, because what mussels do is they clean the water, they clean the environment.
That doesn't matter. We don't talk about the environment here. So veganism has nothing to do with the environment. But I agree with you. They're most likely not sentient. Can you make your point, please?
Oh, and so the point is, you say under most vegan ethicists, they say you can't eat mussels, but actually it doesn't minimize suffering. It improves the environment. It's in general good to eat mussels for your nutrients as well. So
well, if you want to have a conversation if you want to have a conversation with vegans who don't accept this, then you can. But I accept oysters are likely not sentient and therefore vegan to eat. So.
So it's okay for a vegan to eat, and then I'm going to go on to the second question: is it vegan for vegans to be bodybuilders?
Sorry,
because effectively, can you still so vegans who overindulge in vegan food are therefore contributing to more animals being killed because they're eating more food than they normally would be. So if you eat over the number of calories you'd normally be eating, and you should eat, therefore you're actually contributing to more animal suffering regardless of what you're eating.
Well, first of all, we don't have numbers on that, and second of all, not necessarily.
You can say not necessarily, but actually, it's just purely logical, because you'll accept that in the farming industry, animals get killed regardless of what food you eat.
Yeah.
So even if you're eating a vegan diet, more animals will be killed and go through suffering if you eat more food than what you need to eat.
Well, no,
and so
not
therefore, vegan bodybuilders.
Hold on, not necessarily, because I'm not even sure that, like, for instance, insects are sentient. I don't know. I think they are, but I'm not sure. Right?
I'm talking about rabbits and rodents within the wheat farming industry and birds.
Yeah, those are not killed to any significant degree for plant farming, and nobody has evidence for that.
You're saying there is no evidence for these animals being displaced and killed?
Or maybe displaced, but that wouldn't be like exploitation or slaughter. If displacement wouldn't be exploitation or slaughter.
Displacement is still under the definition of genocide. So if you want to hold a genocide of animals, displacement also classifies as that.
I wasn't talking about genocide. Why are you entering this word into my definition?
Sorry, a lot of vegans kind of frame it as
I don't care. You arguing to me. You're not arguing to some other like imaginary vegan. My definition is avoiding exploitation and slaughter of, sorry, I didn't say it before, but sentient animals for unnecessary things.
Okay, so it's not exploiting an animal to remove it from its home and habitat?
No.
That's not exploitative of the animal?
No, but also, CJ, just to make it very, very clear, you've been in my chat, so I've made this claim, but you ignore it. I don't know why. But let me just show it one more time. Right? What we're striving to is a vegan world. I'm sharing my screen so you can click on that. And in the vegan world, less animals would be displaced and more animals. So actually, bodybuilders, by buying more plants, are working closer toward the vegan world by showing the muscles, by allowing other people to understand that they can go vegan, right? It moves us closer to a vegan world where we will reduce the land we use by 75%, and that shit can be rewilded and like the ecosystem can be filled. But no, displacement is not exploitation of animals by any definition.
Well, sorry, I've got to caveat that, because in any situation where we're talking about any human or animal, when you displace them from their natural habitat, that is classed as exploitation.
Sorry, how do you define exploitation? How do you define exploitation?
Exploitation is the abuse of the resources and natural land of any individual animal or non-animal. And so if I am mixing
resources, I see the problems, CJ. So you're mixing in two definitions. One definition of the word exploitation is exploiting resources, talking about objects, right? Talking about like ecosystems as well, right? For instance, another definition of exploitation is talking about sentient beings, usually humans, but animals would apply as well. And that is the use, it's something like the use of someone without considering the best interest, something like that. And applying the word, so hold on, applying the word exploitation that usually pertains to objects onto animals would be a category error. So
I'll concede that, and now I'm going to use your definition of exploitation, which is can you
shut the fuck up? Can you shut the fuck up, please?
Whoa! Sounds like someone's losing an argument.
No, I want C to shut up because I want to listen to CJ's arguments. If you don't mind.
What is your definition of exploitation of animals?
It's something like the use of someone without considering their best interest. Something like that.
It is not in an animal's best interest to be displaced from its natural habitat.
Yeah, but I'm not using them. I'm not using them, so therefore it's definitionally incorrect to say that displacing somebody is exploitation.
But I'm sorry, if your definition of exploitative is something that's not in their best interest, and it's not in their best interest
No, CJ, listen to the entire thing. It's using somebody without considering the best interest. So a dairy cow, dairy farmers are using that cow and they're not considering the best interest of the cow, which would be not to have the babies taken away, not to be milked twice a day by a machine giving them mastitis, and not to be slaughtered after 6 years of exploitation. That would be exploitation.
Okay, I mean, I'm okay. I think you're slightly misconstruing the kind of most people's general intuition of what exploitation is, and the idea of if we're talking about rainforest deforestation that goes into cattle farming, and you're saying that it's not kind of, and even for rapeseed farming, palm oil farming, and you're saying that destroying the wilderness and habitats there isn't in some way
be destroying the wilderness and the habitats. It wouldn't be exploitation of animals. Yes, I'm sorry. Definitionally.
So you're saying you're saying it is exploitation to destroy the rainforest?
I'm saying it's not. No, I'm saying it's definitionally not exploitation. It's still a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing, right? But it's not. It's definitionally not an exploitation.
Okay. So I think.
But also, I would accept exploitation for necessary stuff. So remember my definition fully, right?
Okay. So let's go on to the idea that obviously when that in all of these sorts of farming they are using. And they are effectively so they're having to stop moles, so they'll be using mole traps. They will be killing moles. They'll be killing rodents. They'll be killing rabbits. In this farming, I think it's kind of fallacious to say that they do not kill animals in any sort of crop farming.
Listen, I will accept that some animals are gonna die. You were just making the claim. You were just making the claim that it's not vegan to be a bodybuilder because they increase their consumption of food. And no, I disagree.
Absolutely.
I disagree.
So logically, let's start at the base level of if you're a
hold
normal
on,
person
CJ.
eating.
Here's the thing. I understood your claim, right? Your claim is if I can try to stillman it. Your claim is they increase the amount of animals that die for them basically being vain, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I would say that's incorrect in the long run. I would say vegan bodybuilders actually increase the probability of more people going vegan and therefore decreasing exploitation and slaughter of animals.
And so once the world is then fully vegan, you'd be pro the vegan bodybuilders not being vegan bodybuilders anymore and going back to the nutritional value?
Well, no, we're gonna fix the killing of animals for crops.
No. What I'm saying is once it's fixed, you should then, to be consistent, you would have to say that these vegan bodybuilders shouldn't be consuming pasta.
No. If it's a vegan world, then we wouldn't be killing animals for crops.
So you think there would be no animal deaths if there's a vegan world of vegan crops?
Yeah, we're gonna move all the production of food into labs and vertical farming.
Also, I wanna can I just jump in real quick?
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about these hypothetical futures and what we should do, how we should become more ethical in the future. But what about right now, CJ? Do you think, based on the information that we have right now, it would be more ethical to go towards a plant-based diet?
Well, actually, I'm going to. So I think I'm going to propose my idea, and it's not something that you can apply to everyone. It's not something that's generally applicable. But what I do is I actually would guarantee you I eat more sustainably than the majority of vegans, and that is a claim that I can defend.
Yeah, but you can't extrapolate it to a population, therefore increasing the rights violations of animals.
No, you're absolutely right that I can't apply it to the general population. But I think there's a kind of it's somewhat of a it's somewhat a fallacious argument for vegans to kind of propose and take the moral high ground that what they're doing is the most sustainable thing.
I don't think so. I think you're just ignoring a bunch of stuff that happens. I'm guessing you're talking about you're a carnivore dieter or something. And
no, not at all. No, I'm not a carnivore
you
diet.
only eat grass-fed beef and you have chickens in your backyard or something.
Nope.
So please give us your more ethical diet kind of situation.
I buy waste food. So what I do is I will buy Too Good To Go boxes and waste food that supermarkets would be throwing out. So that food would be unintentionally going to waste.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'd be doing is I buy these boxes and I will eat them. It doesn't matter what food's in them. If it's vegan food or if it's vegetarian food or if it's meat, whatever's in these boxes that was going to be thrown out, and I am the only person and other people who also follow the same sort of ethicism, they will be buying the waste food that would be going to waste anyway and thrown out, and I eat that food regardless of what it is. And
Why
that is
would
more
you buy that
sustainable than
and
any
not?
vegan diet.
Why would you buy that and not like save it after it was thrown out? You're still like
I just go dumpster diving.
See,
it's not dumpster diving.
You're still incentivizing CJ the killing of cows like that. Like
I can't be incentivizing the killing of cows when I'm buying
you're still
random
giving the
boxes.
money, man. Yeah, go on.
I'm
Felix.
giving supermarkets. When you buy from any supermarket, unless it's a specifically vegan supermarket, you are still supplying money to that supermarket. That is all I'm doing. I'm not specifically endorsing the meat itself because I'm buying random boxes that don't always include meat.
Felix, you want to say something, or should I reply?
All I wanted to say is, I'm not sure how that kind of works, because it does kind of feel like if you're buying a loot box, let's call it a loot box for the sake, you're kind of like paying towards different companies within that loot box. You're kind of paying towards those things.
No, so you are paying towards free toner. I'm going to use a UK supermarket as an example. So I will use Morrison's. So yes, if I buy a Morrison's loot box, as you would like to call it, I am paying Morrison's, but that's not specifically endorsing paying with my pounds for meat production, because they put whatever they want in there, and it's what's going off.
I would have to ask for some kind of evidence for that, because it does sound like
you can search up Too Good to Go. If you go search online Too Good to Go, and that is the website that I use. There also are other websites you can use that do the same thing. Yep, so that's what I'm using.
Yeah. So
that's the evidence.
Yeah, I know. I will need to kind of think about it a little bit more. But yeah, VPN Too Good to Go. It's basically a company that asks different stores like, hey, do you guys have anything that you want to throw away that we could sell at a very reduced cost?
Yeah, I would probably I don't know. I would have to see more empirics than that, frankly, because it's still giving money to the companies who slaughter animals.
Just for this, I'll actually ask AI and see if I can come up with something.
Probably a good idea.
I think.
But for now,
VPM. I think we can actually run on this instead of because I don't know. I mean, if you don't want to take what I'm saying at face value, that's absolutely fine. But I can propose it in a hypothetical, which is if hypothetically what I'm saying is correct, that you can then go away and research. What would be your position on that?
Yeah, I'm willing to accept that. My position would be if the food would truly be thrown out, and if the money doesn't go back to the slaughterhouse, then yeah, I would accept it. CJ, please be quiet, Sped. Jesus Christ. CJ, I accept freegans. I think freegans are awesome, right? People who I think it's dangerous to go rummage through beans and shit to get their food. But if people are doing that, I would accept that it's an ethical position.
I'm sorry, that's such a straw man of what I really dislike it when people say that it's like dumpster diving and it's this sort of rummaging through.
I'm just saying. No, CJ, you misinterpret. I'm saying that dumpster diving is an ethical position, and if your if how you eat is similar to that, and the money doesn't go back to the slaughterhouses, then yeah, I would accept it's an ethical position in the 21st century, right? In year 2025, it would be an ethical way to eat.
Perfect. Okay, and so therefore, that's what I'm saying is why veganism in itself, if you want to go off a kind of veganism is the most ethical way of, not the most ethical way of living, but most vegans would say that eating animal foods is not vegan. And a lot of vegans use the idea that the definition of veganism is either a minimization of suffering or a minimization of exploitation of animals. And what I'm saying is my way of eating...
No, CJ, now you're strawmanning. Nobody uses the minimization of suffering, minimization of exploitation.
Well, okay,
Nobody uses that.
I'll get Earthling Ed uses that.
I've never heard him use minimization of suffering as part of a definition of veganism. He was probably talking about something else. Go on, Felix.
Can we wrap it up? Can we wrap it up?
I'm kind of tired of it. VPN,
I can wrap it up pretty quickly.
See, can you shut the fuck up, see? We're talking to CJ right now.
Cool, Paul, stop. Just finishing up.
Let's finish this up really quickly. What I can say is that your definition of veganism is, let's just get it really specific here.
Yeah. What was it? Fuck. No, I forgot. Avoiding exploitation and slaughter for unnecessary things.
Yes. And
Yeah,
so,
I would agree.
And so
CJ,
what I'm
if
saying,
the empirics of how you eat is as I stated, I would say your diet is equal to that of a vegan diet in ethics.
And so this is specifically what I want to say, and we may just straight up agree here, was that how I eat could be conceived as a vegan diet, but most
It would be
meat.
freegan.
And
it would be freegan. There is a difference, like a bit of a semantic difference, I think. But yeah, as I said, I accept freeganism as an ethical position.
Yeah, and so I think we're getting into most of the classic thing. I can continue on a slightly different tangent if you want to have a longer discussion on this, but I see you kind of want to wrap up and go to someone else. That's
I think people
fine.
want to talk to like actual people who actually pay for exploitation and slaughter of animals for unnecessary stuff, right? And we just need to check your empirics. And Felix wanted to say something for like ages, so let him.
Okay, let's move on. Let's skip this to like maybe DMs or something, or even the side chat, just for now. Yeah, what I wanted to say, it's Jonah has been waiting for a little bit because you wanted to ask VPM something, Jonah, right?
Yeah, I had a question for VPM.
It's gonna be stupid. Go on.
Make it relevant. Make it relevant.
It is relevant. It's about veganism.
Okay.
So your profile pictures like from Stardew Valley. I was just curious how you would complete the community center with the animal bundle.
Okay. Irrelevant.
Pina.
What was
Irrelevant.
that?
No, I really want to hear this.
He's talking about a video game. It's very irrelevant.
Okay, gotcha.
Anyway.
What about penis?
Okay, that's another one. Stop. Does anyone have any questions about veganism or the
I don't
banner
have a
behind
question, but like, can we just like keep the questions relevant? Like, I'm interested in this stuff, and people are joining just like trolling.
I'm moderating. It's fine. I'm moderating.
Okay.
If you have any questions like that haven't been addressed, you're more than welcome to hop in. Is there anyone else who wants to talk about it? Because a lot of people are listening, but nobody is yet.
I could come in again if you want me to talk about a side of morality standpoint.
Let's see if there's any easy questions, because it seems like, CJ, you know about the complexity of like veganism and the philosophy and stuff like that. But for now, I just want to keep it kind of simple, if possible. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else?
Speed's telling me to calm down. I love when people tell me to calm down. Everybody tells Speed how much we appreciate when I'm told to calm down. Anyway.
Maybe VPN Vian said something in the side channel. What do you think about that? I'm going to quote them. If I want to be vegan, I need to have money, to have supplies like omega-3 pills, B12 pills. It will cost a lot.
Well,
Is there any answer to my question?
Of course, that would cost much less than animal products in almost every single case. So omega-3 pills, you don't need to. You can just eat ALA. And if you like, so the DPA, DHA, they kind of have like benefits or whatever. And then if you really want the benefits, then you can like buy the pills. But holy shit, are you going to tell me that omega-3 pills are going to be like more expensive than actual fish? That is like crazy, one of the more expensive meats. But also we have like evidence for vegan diets being much cheaper. So
I have to I'll keep simple on this, but I have to say that when you say fish is more expensive than omega-3 pills, that is empirically incorrect, because you can buy pollock from Sainsbury's, which is like £3, which is full of omega-3 fatty acids. And what that is that is undeniably cheaper than omega-3 pills. And
CJ,
the importance of
how much EPA DHA is in pollock?
Is in pollock?
Yeah, how much?
I would get the nutritional breakdown of it. I'd need to search that up.
Do you know how much salmon, for instance, you need to eat to reach your RDA of EPA and DHA?
Salmon isn't.
Do you know VPM?
Well, pollock is probably less.
Sorry, can I? So you're talking about the amount of omega-3 in pollock?
Yeah. And how much do you need to eat for that? And then multiply that by £3. Also, like my omega-3 pill costs much less than £3.
So a pollock contains a moderate amount of omega. This is sorry, I'm using the AI overview, so I don't normally trust it. I'd probably have to go to a different nutritional thing if you'd rather. But it says with a 3.5 ounce, 100 gram serving, typically containing about 170 milligrams.
Of what? EPA or DHA?
Sainsbury's 10 that's not a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
But the breaded pollock, it says the breaded pollock fish fingers, which is not the way of. I'd be comparing it to actual pollock, but
Listen,
breaded pollock
CJ,
fish fingers
it
contain
doesn't even
126
matter.
milligrams of DHA.
Yeah, CJ, it doesn't even matter. Even if that piece of pollack that costs you like £3, even if that gives you all the EPA and DHA, it would still be more expensive than the omega-3 pill. One pill, right?
So 126 milligrams of DHA and 80 milligrams of EPA. How much is in a normal
Well, that's
omega-3
less
pill?
than RDA. A normal pill has like an RDA of 250 or 500 of both, of either. I don't remember. It's EPA plus DHA. But one pill would cost less than £3. Definitely.
No, that's absolutely. But that was in regards to the fish fingers, not the omega. That's why I'd need to find the actual breakdown of the
if you're
pollock
saying
itself.
the pollock is like £3, it doesn't matter. Even let's go with that, right?
That's for a kilo, and
it doesn't matter. It would cost less than £1. One pill. It would cost cents.
I'm gonna. This is
seriously.
I mean,
I'm gonna throw you out. Get the fuck out. Sorry, go on.
So
CJ.
I think I do not have the initial. Well, I'm trying. I'm
CJ.
having to search up the specific
CJ.
thing. But okay.
Supplements will always be cheaper. Like I'm just saying about nutritional supplements, right? There are like weird fancy supplements that might be more expensive, but nutritional supplements are always going to be cheaper than the actual food. Do you know how long it takes to raise a fish? Do you know how expensive it is to like scrape the bottom of the ocean to get that fish?
About
$42. I found this. I'm going to use sardines as the best example. So sardines, which actually are cheaper than so the average sardine contains cost effectively is cheaper to get omega-3 from sardines than it is to get it from.
Sorry, can I see empirics on that? Because like omega-3 pills from algae cost literal cents per pill. Literal cents.
If you'd be like, let me get the lesbian cut.
No, I'd have to go. Unfortunately, I need to run off for lunch, but
okay.
You're going to be continuing this at some other time, but I'm happy to get back on at some point and do the empirical evidence.
Yeah, I think you're wrong. I am pretty sure you're wrong. I've tested this many times.
Well, I'll come in with the evidence
One pill
and
of algae-based omega-3 is not going to cost anything over £1.
No, I'm not saying it's.
I just want to say, dude, I've been backing you the whole time.
But anyway,
CJ, I'm in your corner.
See, you've been wanting to talk.
Real quick, VP Mem, CJ should definitely DM you about these kind of things.
I added them as a friend. They can do it.
Yeah. Someone told me to put a documentary on. I have this amazing documentary called Dominion. Not sure if any of you guys watched it.
Let's go.
I think I heard of that one.
Yeah?
What's it on Netflix or what's?
I'll stream it, bro. I'll stream it for free.
Oh, okay,
just for you guys.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on. I'm gonna put it on my screen as well.
I'm not gonna make it too loud, but
About to see some crazy shit. Listen, if it gets too gory, I'm gonna tune out.
yeah, just give us a few seconds.
I know it is. I know it is. Let's just see where it goes. Oh, it's Australia.
Oh, VPM, we have a question from Jonah. I'll change the question because it was really strange. VPM, what do you think about playing video games about animal farming?
I don't care. It's digital pixels. Who gives a shit?
There you go, Jonah.
People must think that vegans are so strange.
Quick question to that, right? So, if it's just a video game about farming animals and that, do you think it influences the future generations to be okay with it?
That's a good question, Pete. That's a good question.
Oh,
how would you complete the animal bundle?
Stop, guys.
It is in like I guess 2025, but as a vegan you can play farming shit because you no longer think that it's okay to exploit and slaughter animals, and you make the distinction between the. So to answer your question, the omnivores probably shouldn't, but vegans can.
Where can you watch this, Philip?
On YouTube. Literally on YouTube. Look.
What the hell is this shit, man?
YouTube. This is a normal farming standard practice. This is a normal farming. Yeah.
Oh, but what are they doing?
Just watch. It's they're literally talking over. At the bottom, you're gonna have subtitles which explain. I don't have the volume quite loud because I don't like to listen to the noises, so you can just like read it.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. That's fucked.
Well, that's the standard practice. When you guys pay for animal products, this is probably where it's getting from.
So this is where my bacon comes from?
Yeah.
You don't eat bacon, spit.
That guy, Jonah, is just a rude guy. And just totally
pretending
so much cope, man.
Yeah, I know, he's just coping.
Oh my god. You know, they used to do that to boxer dogs. I actually had a boxer, and my mate, he also had a white boxer, and they used to cut the tails off white boxers just for superstition. I don't know why, but they'll just cut the tails off the dogs for whatever reason.
Can you mute
it's
Jonah,
fucked.
please?
Yeah, can we talk about veganism, please? Also, Vian, I'm reading what you're saying that like the prices of these products is really cheap. Why don't you just eat like things which have omega in them, omega-3 in them, like oils, like
What is
vegetable oil?
omega-3?
It's a fatty acid. It's a fat.
Yeah,
I think I
just
take
drink
my
oil.
vitamins, actually. I'll be back.
So different oils actually have different amounts of omegas. Just look for the one which has the most amount of omega. You can also eat nori sheets.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good shout. I actually fucking love nori, but I prefer my oil virgin.
Okay. Anyways.
Oh yeah, boy, cool.
Let's see.
Maybe I should.
What was that? Sorry.
I'm back. I was grabbing a beer. But dude, have you guys had nori sheets? My mum used to pack them for me for lunch. They're actually all.
Guys, I'm gonna go for a pee and get a coffee, and when I come back, we can have a conversation in the chat because it seems that the VCO is. Not VCO, the VAB is kind of vacant right now of actual human minds. So I'm gonna let you listen to the cope a little bit, and then I'll come back and address the chat. So if you have any questions, just wait for them, for 2 minutes, guys.
Semen.
I came back on the right time.
Also a normal practice.
Piece of shit.
Oh, this is standard
Fuck that
practice.
guy.
Usually, in the animal agriculture, people are they don't do these kind of violent acts, but they slowly escalate it, and then they realize that, like, hey, this is actually like nobody's telling me that it's a bad thing. I'll continue doing it.
That makes me sad because I know pigs are really smart as well.
Mm-hmm. Pigs are actually more smarter than dogs, scientifically. So, yeah.
I've heard that. So I'm not a vegan or vegetarian by any means, but there's one animal that I've never swear that I'll eat is octopi, because octopi are so. I think they are almost on par with humans.
So
I cannot bring myself to eat an octopus.
But you're saying so hold on, you're saying you discriminate based on intelligence.
Yes.
So you're okay with like discriminating disabled people?
No, I'm not.
But you just said you're okay with discriminating.
Yeah, isn't that the same
Yeah,
thing?
no, but what I'm saying, there's a difference between a fish and a pig.
What's the difference? The trait difference that justifies exploitation?
Sentience. So if you want my explanation of consciousness, we are just meat machines. That's the way I view it. We're just slightly more advanced. A mosquito, that's like an Arduino, a little computer. That is not experiencing sentience in the same way we are.
But consciousness is different from sentience, by the way. So maybe you're talking about consciousness.
We're like way more advanced than pigs and fish, aren't we?
Advanced in what way? For example, dolphins have
would you need AI?
echolocation naturally, but we don't have that.
We built cities and skyscrapers. Pigs didn't.
Okay, so is it just? So are you saying that's a justifiable reason
we
to cause?
could farm every single animal, but like animals can't farm us.
But should we? Should we farm dogs, cats, pigs, or whatever?
Well, maybe we shouldn't, but we can. And they can't.
Yeah, so let's go with maybe we shouldn't, right? And I agree with that.
Oh, should a lion eat a zebra?
I think they have to, right?
No, they don't have to. They could eat plants, can't they?
No, they have to. Lions have to eat these animals.
Why do they have to eat it? Like,
because otherwise they'll die.
what do you mean they'll die? What? Can't they have like a vegan diet?
No.
What do you mean no? Like we have the choice to have a vegan diet or a meat diet.
Because we all.
Okay, with you guys, but I'm gonna keep this playing because it kinda equalizes, right? Like people who are watching this, if they say this is okay, then we have nothing to talk about. So put one in the chat if you think that this is okay. The things that I'm showing on stream right now. This is Dominion. If you think this is okay, there is no talking to you. So put one in the chat if you think this is okay. Put two in the chat if you don't think this is okay. It's not just about cruelty, Joey. It's about exploitation. If bees are sentient, they probably are, but we're not sure. Then exploiting them is not okay. Animals should have the same freedoms that we do, because our freedoms, our basic freedoms, our negative rights, are based on sentience. And animals, those animals, the sentient animals, have that. Right, and I think bees have that as well. How symbiosis cruelty? I didn't talk about cruelty. I talked about exploitation and slaughter. Joey, listen up. I know you're answering probably somebody else, but also bees are killed off after they're no longer useful. So I think that would be cruel to just kill somebody because they're no longer useful, and that's exploitation. It's not symbiosis and it's not exploitative. Bees would be just fine without us exploiting them. Therefore, it's not symbiosis. They don't gain anything except for being killed after they're no longer useful. And that's not a gain, obviously. Right? Bees would be just fine without us exploiting them. So it's not symbiosis. What's up, David? How you doing? What's up, Kathy? Hello. Sorry, I haven't been too attentive to my usual subscribers. I apologize for that. You decided that you want a pet and have a perfect excuse. Maybe you're talking to somebody else, Donak. I don't have a pet. And if I had somebody in my life who's an animal, that would be a companion animal, not a pet. Pet kind of is exploitative definitionally as well. And vegans are against exploitation. So I bet the vegan that you're talking to, they're not exploiting the animal. They're companioning them. They're companion to them. Are they again a hive location free from predators? That's... they're bred into existence. They wouldn't exist otherwise, so they wouldn't be exposed to predators. But also, bees are fucking flying around getting pollen. By the way, killing wild bees while doing that. That's not symbiosis, though. They don't need us. They don't need us for that. They know how to build hives without being exposed to predators. But also, like, if you want to save bees and make them not being exposed to predators, just do that. Why do you need to exploit them for it? Why do you need to kill them after you can't exploit them anymore? What else is there? What else? That makes sense. So, like, it's terminology. So, having an animal companion is chill. So, here's the difference between a pet and an animal companion. An animal companion is somebody that you adopt into your family and you treat them like family. And you think about their best interest and not about your interest in them. Right? Makes sense, right? When you have a child, if you had a child just so that somebody could take care of you when you're old, that's exploitative. But if you have a child because you want to give them the best life, you're thinking of their best interest, that's not exploitative. That's the difference. I hope that's clear. Bees would be better off if we didn't farm them. Correct, Jason got. I agree. What if my pet lays eggs? Can I eat them? If it's kind of fringe. Why did you get that animal in the first place? Pet kind of implies exploitation anyways. Usually people get pets just to have something cute around. But if you genuinely have like a animal companion who's a chicken and they lay eggs and they don't want those eggs in any kind of way, and it's not like making them anxious when you try to take eggs, the way it makes chickens anxious when you take their eggs in like an exploitative situation, then sure, you can eat that egg, I guess. But it's like really 1 in a 10 billion kind of egg, in my opinion, because chickens get pretty possessive about their eggs. Put 1 in the chat if you think this is okay, what's happening on the stream, on the screen. You keep confusing industry practice with private ownership. No, I'm not. Private ownership is also exploitation. So I'm against exploitation, not just cruelty. Joey, please listen to my words and assimilate them into what you think my position is. Veganism is a militant ideology. Well, listen, I'm just trying to end this, the thing that is on screen. I'm just trying to end this. Do you think I'm militant for that? Put Tony, and I expect you to answer directly, yes or no. I'm trying to end what is on screen right now. Do you think I'm militant because of that? How many farms you see your whole life? 40. The 40-year-old vegan used to be a slaughterhouse inspector, you dumb fuck. He comes from the industry. He has the PTSD for it. You piece of shit. Buster is like crazy though. David, maybe don't interact with them. I don't have a chicken, but like I wouldn't not removing the egg cause it to rot in the nest. No, they usually eat the chickens, the eggs, or like, well, they shouldn't be in nests anyways. Like if you, I don't know, like if you truly have like a companion animal chicken, this should be probably accommodated for, but you should make sure that the chicken is not like stressed about it. They're not stupid, right? They like if the egg is not okay, they're gonna like reject it. They're not gonna fight for it. They're gonna thank you for removing it the way they would thank you for removing their shit, which by the way comes from the same goddamn hole. Yeah, they eat the eggs because, especially the animals that, Mr. Sparky, the animals that were bred to be like hens, like egg-laying hens, they were bred genetically to produce way, way, way more eggs, and that kind of puts a strain on their body in a way that they have to replenish it, either from food or from like eating the egg, consuming the egg. So that would be best for them. Yeah, I grew up on a hobby farm, Basta, so we know what we're talking about. The 40-year-old vegan also knows what he's talking about, so like, don't assume that vegans are stupid. That's just you projecting. Don't assume that. Oh, and now there you go. And now we just trying to trigger the 40-year-old vegan. I just told you that he has PTSD. Are you trying to trigger his PTSD? You sick fuck. I asked you, Tony, to put a yes or no. Did you put a yes or no in the chat? Did I miss it? No, I didn't fucking miss it. I'm asking Tony, and you better answer me. And if you're ignoring me and not listening to the stream, well, then we have a problem. I'm asking Tony if what I am trying to stop what's happening on screen, do you think that's militant? Is what I'm asking. Imagine the humans who created killing animals every day on a mass production, but 6 pigs can consume an average human body. That's weird. Who cares? That's beside the point. Alright, guys, I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, Tony is not listening. Tony is not listening to us. Alright, everybody, thank you very much for coming. Some reason it's showing me only 5 current viewers, which is weird. Did somebody go live as well? Alright. Thank you for coming, guys. See you next time.